The layout of a house is often designed around the plumbing. You may have to go through different rooms to get from one bathroom to another, for example, but if you look at a floor plan, actually, you can see that the bathrooms are back to back. Kitchen facilities are back to back with, say, the laundry facilities. And in a two-story house, the upstairs bathroom is either directly above a downstairs bath or on opposite sides of the common wall. One main vertical drain line, called the stack, services both the up and downstairs bathrooms as well. Let's start with the water coming into the house. The water company's meter and gate valve are usually at the street. An underground pipe brings the water up to the house. The line pops up. The main gate valve and pressure regulator are just before the water enters the structure. Two things about the main gate valve. First, generally, you don't need to get at it that often, but when you do, it could be an emergency or at least an urgent situation. So the main gate valve should be readily accessible, not buried behind a bush or some other barrier. Second, it should work. It's there for you to shut the water off and repair the plumbing inside the house. So it really should shut the water off completely. These valves just sit for long periods of time. Mineral deposits and corrosion build up inside. Turn the valve and it very well could leak. Someone has to test it. You want to wait till you have an emergency to find out the shutoff valve doesn't work? Make the seller or the seller's agent demonstrate the valve. You need to know that it works. Otherwise, the person that'll get stung, of course, is you. The incoming water line is pressurized. The pressure regulator keeps the water pressure somewhere between 50 and 60 psi, pounds per square inch. If the pressure is too great, then toilet fill valves can run on, the water heater tank can pop and leak, but first, the pressure relief valve should open and leak instead. The house is to have a relief valve on the plumbing system just for that purpose. If, on the other hand, the water pressure is too low, lawn irrigation systems won't work as well, toilet tanks will take a long time to refill, faucets, shower and tub valves will seem not to be as forceful. If the water pressure doesn't seem right throughout the entire house, the pressure regulator could be the reason. Just a note, bigger pipes deliver greater volume of water, not greater pressure. The advantage of bigger pipes and more volume is that you can run more than one fixture at a time without feeling it somewhere else in the house, like flushing a toilet while someone else takes a shower. You'll find a few different materials used for incoming water lines: copper pipes and galvanized pipes. Rust and corrosion accumulate inside galvanized pipe over time. This too decreases water pressure. If the house is plumbed with galvanized pipe and the water pressure seems uneven around the house, this could be the reason. So check for rusty pipes. As you walk around the house, check the water in the toilet bowls. Turn on each of the faucets, especially the hot side. When you first turn it on, is the water clear or does it have a rust color? If you're looking at an older house, you might find that the original galvanized piping has been replaced with copper pipe. That is, the house has been repiped, either partially or completely. Keep an eye out for instances where new copper pipe has been connected directly to the older galvanized pipe. You don't want these two different materials in direct contact with each other. A reaction sets up between them and one will erode away. Copper pipe is copper colored, galvanized pipe is gray steel color. There should be what's called a dielectric union between them. It's a special fitting with plastic collars to keep the two metals electrically separate. It's got to be there. Now, if the house was built anywhere from the late 1970s to 1995, you might see also blue-gray plastic piping used for the incoming water lines. It's polybutylene. It was easy to install and didn't cost a lot, but, and the findings are sketchy here, it's thought that the chemicals in the water, like chlorine, can make the pipe and the fittings brittle. Polybutylene was most commonly used in the Sun Belt states, but you will also find it in the Mid-Atlantic states and the Pacific Northwest. If you're looking at a house built in these states during this time frame, then check carefully for polybutylene pipe. Some plumbers use polybutylene inside the wall, but stubbed out under sinks and under toilets with copper. So to be sure, one way or the other, you really have to check for the polybutylene blue-gray pipes in the basement or other unfinished areas of the house. And ask, ask, ask. Now, I don't want you to mistake polybutylene pipe for polyethylene or PEX pipe as it's called. P-E-X, PEX pipe. PEX pipe is available in a bright red or bright blue color, so the plumber can easily tell the hot side from the cold side. PEX 2 is a plastic pipe, but newer and of a different composition. The pipe bends easily enough to go around corners without fittings. It terminates at fixtures with crimp rings and a variety of valves and fittings, depending on the need. Both PEX and copper pipe have their advantages and disadvantages depending on the application. I'm not making a judgment call, I just want to help you know what you're getting so you can decide for yourself. You may have heard the term turbidity. It's the measure of how clear or cloudy the incoming water is. You may have heard the term water hammer. Water is running somewhere, kitchen faucet, toilet, sprinkler outside. The valve shuts off and this freight train of rushing water slams into the closed valve. Bam! The shock wave reverberates through the plumbing system. If you hear severe water hammers when fixtures shut off, it might be worth asking a plumber what it would take to get rid of them. There are different ways to connect to incoming water pipes. Galvanized pipes and some copper fittings are threaded. You apply pipe joint compound to the threads before you screw the pipes together. Or you can use Teflon tape. White tape is for water lines and yellow tape is for gas lines. There are sweat fittings as well, where you heat up the copper pipe and fittings and solder them together. And there are compression fittings where you slide a nut and a ferrule onto the pipe, slip the fitting onto the end of the pipe, and tighten it down. Water pipes stub out of the walls next to the toilets or under the sinks, and there you'll find stop valves. Use them to turn the water off to just that item if you want to work on it, and you don't have to turn the water off to the entire house. From there, supply lines go up to the toilet tank or up to the faucets. At bathtubs and showers, you'll find shower tub valves. The diverter valves switch the water from the bathtub spout to the shower head above. But there are also tub spout diverter valves. These are on the tub spout itself, where you pull a knob up and the water comes out of the shower head instead. Drain, waste, and vent lines are made from a variety of materials: cast iron, galvanized pipe, ABS pipe, that's black plastic, clay tile, and even copper. There is a trap directly below each plumbing fixture in the house. It's filled with water and keeps septic gases from backing up into the house. If you look at a toilet from the side, you'll see that the trap is designed into the porcelain fixture itself. The drain pipes are installed with a downward slope and they work because of gravity. In case a drain line gets clogged, there is a clean out. It's a cap that unscrews so you can put a snake into the drain line to clear the stoppage. You might find a clean out at the fixture furthest from where the main line exits the house. That way, the snake can clear a stoppage anywhere along the length of the pipe inside the house. And there may be more than one clean out in a house's drain system. You could find a clean out at the bathroom. But if there's no clean out and there's a mainline stoppage, the plumber has a choice. He can either pull a toilet and put the snake into the pipe from there, or he can go up on the roof and put the snake down one of the vent lines. Those are the open pipes that stick up out of the roof of the house. The plumbing vent pipes are there to help the drains drain. The main waste drain or main line leaves the house and either goes to a septic tank or to the city's sewer system. Make sure you know which. Now you can see the difference between the water and vent fittings on the one hand and drain fittings on the other. The water and vent fittings make sharp corners. The drain fittings, on the other hand, have a sweep to them. You don't want vent fittings used on drain lines because waste material could get hung up going around the corner, and when you try to clear the stoppage, the snake won't go around the corner either. On the other hand, the sweep of the drain fitting guides the snake down the line. Look down into the sink from above. The drain fitting in a kitchen sink is called a basket strainer. The drain fitting in a bathroom sink is the pop-up assembly. The drain fitting in a bathtub is the waste and overflow. The overflow keeps the tub from overflowing. The trip lever stops the waste drain. Or you might find another sort of stopper in the tub drain. Dryer vents and vents for exhaust fans. You should see vent caps on the ends of these pipes to keep rodents and insects out of the house.
I've got a lot more great stuff for you at houseiq.information. If you like what you've seen so far, do me a favor and tap the subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And click the link to watch some more great stuff right now.